Hi, my name is Mel, and welcome to another episode of my online diary during my working holiday visa here in Canada. I'm still in Vancouver. I'm also gonna stay here for a while. That's what I think. Especially after the last day, I have a feeling it's gonna be a bit longer. So it's been day 8 of my working holiday here, and yesterday was a very fun and exciting day, a very big day as well, which I feel like every day is big here, but yesterday was a very big step for me. But let's start in the beginning. The day before, I met a girl. Her name is Barbie. Yeah, I know it's her nickname, but she has that poodle that I went for a walk with the day before, and she asked me if I would like to sit the dog for a bit and like spend a day with him. So she asked me if I wanted to take him from like 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And of course I said yes, because I love dogs, and since I got here, I was like, I really want to be a dog sitter and like just walk dogs. I don't even want to be paid or something. I just want to walk a dog because I really miss mine, and I feel like that's a perfect opportunity to like, first of all get your steps in, but then second of all, like, dogs give me so much peace and they're such a happy place, so that will be a win-win. So I was really happy. I woke up at around, I think, 8:30-ish something, and stayed in bed for a while, and then I kind of got like in a rush because I was like, oh my god, they're coming at 11, and I was still in my pajama. I haven't done anything, I haven't recorded anything, because normally I like to do like all my videos that I record that day, do it in the morning, so then I'm free. Sometimes I also do that in the afternoon, but I knew that I was going to be with him until 4, and I had some plans in the afternoon, so I knew I had to get them done in the morning. So I woke up and I was kind of getting rushed, and then my wonderful ADHD brain kicked again, and I got into a freeze because I was like, oh my god, what do I do? Like, I wanted to go for a walk before he came so I could do some yoga, but I felt like there wasn't enough time. Then I wanted to record my videos, but then it was like, I don't really feel like putting on makeup today. I don't really feel like putting on like real clothes because I'm just gonna be with the dog the whole day. So I was like getting in my head, and then I was like, what should I do? Should I eat something? Should I not do something? So I just froze and sat there in my bed for like, I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes, just debating what I'm gonna do, which is absurd, but unfortunately I have that brain, so might as well work with that. So I only recorded, like, in my head was like, you need to record like all the videos, but then I was like, no, I don't. Like, if I don't feel like putting on makeup today or like having an outfit today, like, that's fine too. So I decided not to record those videos. I only recorded my sketches, which I also upload here. And then I was like, yeah, if I feel like, I recorded the beginning of my morning videos, but I was like, if I don't feel it, I might as well not finish it. That's also why before I start a new account, I like to do a couple of videos beforehand, so that when I have days like this where I don't feel like recording, I still have something. But yeah, getting totally off topic here. So it was close to 11. I was like, I'm just gonna make some food now, because like when he's gonna come here, I want to go to the beach with him and like walk around and like lay in the sun or in the shadow, whatever feels best for him. So I went downstairs, I got some food. I was eating something that I wanted to get like prepared for like going out, so I packed my bag, I prepared some food for myself, and then also like, everything so that I'm ready for him. And then it was almost 11, and I went to my friend, my roommate, who connected me with her, and I was like, do you know when she's getting here? Because like it's 11 something, so I just want to make sure that I didn't miss anything and I'm ready for when he's here. And he was like, oh my god, I totally forgot, like she sent me a message yesterday. And I was like, oh no, okay. And she didn't listen to the message, so she did listen to the message when I asked her, and she found someone else to sit the dog, because she wanted someone that comes to her place, because she lives pretty far away, and it's not an area where I would usually like to go, because it doesn't feel like as safe as being here in Kitsilano. She lives in East Vancouver, and there's like a couple of streets. It's not that it's unsafe, but there's like areas where it's not as safe as like here, so I would rather not go there. And I told her, like, especially when I have the dog, I would rather like go outside with him than sit in the apartment the whole day. But she found someone else, so I was kind of sad because yeah, I was really excited. But that was okay. Oh my god, I totally missed like the most important thing that happened yesterday. So I got a message in the morning at like 6:50, where I was still sleeping, from the company where I had the call yesterday, for another interview with the second person, and that interview was gonna be with the operations director. I think that was her position. And she asked, they asked if I had time that day for another call. It was gonna be a phone call, so not over like video, but just phone call. And I was so excited because I was so happy after the first talk, like after the first interview that I had. I was like, he was so nice, and like everything he told me felt just like such a good fit. So I was very excited and hopeful, but I never want to get like my expectations up too high, because normally like, you know, it doesn't go that smooth. But I just felt like it was a fit. And then when I sent the message, I was so excited, and I immediately texted her back like, yeah, that's amazing. I definitely have time, and I would have been at home at like 3, because she was gonna call at 3, like between 3 and 3:30. Okay, English is not my thing today, or like talking in general. But yeah, then I got the information that I was not gonna sit Jasper that day, which was fine because it was like 11 something, so I still had enough time to like go to the beach and yeah, just chill there, watch some reality TV until I was gonna have my call. And before I left, I was gonna make some lunch, and that lunch, I don't know, like I was talking to my roommate about it yesterday. I started making that lunch, but it was just like everything that I had left in the fridge. So it was like pretty much only vegetables, and I like vegetables, but they have to have a nice flavor, or like there has to be something nice about it. Like I cannot eat like a rabbit. Like I just can't. I cannot have like plain asparagus with potatoes, for example. Like that's not a meal for me. But I didn't have anything else, so I made that, and while I was cooking it, I was like, I really don't want to eat it. And I know that's like, that's so privileged to say. I know that, and I was eating it, but it was like, if I eat something that is like not appealing to my brain, it feels like I haven't eaten anything. So I made my dish. I only ate like a small portion because I already knew that it was gonna be like this. So I only ate like a small portion, and after that I didn't feel like I ate anything, because it was so not satisfying that I just, yeah, it was really bad. So I put that on my to-do list for the next day, that I have to go grocery shopping and like get some stuff so I can feel better and like eat the stuff that I really want, because I'm really into cooking it at the moment to, first of all, save money, and second of all, I don't know, there's an alarm. Give me a second. Okay. And second of all, because I just like to be a bit more healthy at the moment and like know what I'm eating and not eat out all the time. So yeah, that was the thing. I had that lunch. It was not satisfying at all. So I got a protein bar, because I've got really nice protein bars here that I really like, that are really yummy. So I got all my stuff that I already prepared for the walk with Jasper. I just put my towel in there, and then I went to the beach, and it was so nice. It was such a good weather yesterday again, such a good day again. And after like the information that I'm gonna have my second call, I was already on such a high, and then the weather was so good, and there were so many nice people out there, and like I just loved everything. And then I walked down the hill. I called my brother because he's been on vacation last week, and I really wanted to hear how it was, and I was like, kind of missed him. So I called him, and my mom was there too, so I talked to them for a little bit, and yeah, it was really nice. Like I feel like it's very different if I talk to like my parents about my trip here, and if I talk to like my friends or my brother here, because with my brother I can like, I am genuinely like so happy here, but when I talk to my parents, I feel like I have to kind of like limit how happy I am, not because it's gonna hurt them or something. It's just like I feel like if I if I say too much, like how happy I am, they're gonna feel like I'm faking it. So I'm like kind of like keeping it low. But with my brother, I'm like, everything is so good. Like like the weather and the people and like my life here and everything that I do is so good. So it was really nice to talk to my brother and tell him about it. And I told him like, I really want you to come, but I totally understand if you don't want to come this year, because he had taken a couple of trips already. So he told me that he wants to come next year, which is good because I don't know where I'm gonna be next year. My working holiday is for a year, and I wanted to start here in Vancouver now. I have no idea if I wanna end in Vancouver too. I could also imagine like going away for a couple of months when it's like very cold here in Canada, and come back maybe to Toronto and then end again, or spend the summer again here in Vancouver. That's just some random thoughts that I had. And I told him like, I'm definitely gonna spend summer. What's happening today? Another car in the same direction. That's not a good sign. I told him that I definitely want to spend my summer in Vancouver again next year. So even though I cannot work here anymore, I definitely want to stay and like spend the summer here if I can. You know, who knows how it's going with like money and stuff. However, again, losing the track. So I was at the beach. I was calling my aunt because she also asked me how it went and everything, and I haven't showed her anything. So we were talking for like 20 minutes. It's the same with her. Like, I tell her that I'm happy and she's like, yeah, you sound so happy. And I'm like, yeah, but I cannot even show you like how happy I am, because I feel like it's not the right place. I don't know why it is like that, but yeah, I just feel like that. But I showed her around a little bit, and she's like, you know, like there's so much like about having a job and like, you know, getting all the things done. And I'm like, I am getting those things done, but now it's like at my pace and like the things that I like. And I told her like the Vancouver lifestyle is very different from like home, for example, because people here value their like life. They want to have work-life balance here. And I told her like, it's so nice that it's like 1 p.m. and like people are in the park and like laying there and tanning or like studying or doing whatever. And I feel like that's so different from home, because that would never happen. Like at home, you're like at your 9 to 5 and then you like go out or do whatever, but you don't really take time for yourself. And that's what I really value here, that you are like, people are taking time for themselves, but also that it's like so flexible with like work situations. Of course not in all fields, but in some fields, that you just have time for yourself too, and like go to the beach in the meantime. So I told her that. She didn't really get it, but it's okay. Like if you don't live it, like it's different. And I feel like that's okay, because back in Austria that's just not really how it goes. So I talked to her, and yeah, it was nice. I have a good relationship with her, but still it feels very, very different now, because I feel like they're not really open-minded to what I'm telling them about here, because it is very different. And I feel like you have to adapt to the lifestyle here in order to enjoy it. If you're like a person that wants like just clear structure all the time, I don't know if it's right now, because like with my working holiday, I just have to adapt. It's not like everything is gonna be laid out for me. But yeah, whatever. I had a talk with her, which was nice. And then I watched Temptation Island. I was watching Temptation Island for the last couple of days. It's so different than the German one. Like they are like making out and like forming connections and stuff, which normally that would not happen like in the Austrian ones. Like if there would be a connection, like they would usually like stop the project, but they don't there. It was very different, but I watched like the whole thing. And then it was like, I still remember I was laying in the ground, like in the park, and I had like 20 minutes left until I had to go home for the call. So I was like, you know, going faster, because they were like talking so much about their feelings and stuff, and I just wanted to see their reactions and like what they're gonna choose, if they were gonna leave alone or not. So I was just skipping all the things so I can have everything finished in 20 minutes. And then I packed up, went back home. I got to my room, and then like 10 minutes later she called. She was literally the nicest person I have ever talked to, I think. Like she was so nice, so friendly, and like just the vibe that I got only from the phone, I was like, that feels so good. Like, it was so different from my previous job and like all the interviews I had in my life. And I was sitting there and hoping, and I was like telling her all about like myself, but also the questions that she have. She pretty much had the same questions at the other interview, like what I know about the brand, like if I'm very outgoing, if I can talk to people, if I can socialize, if I have a driver's license, blah blah blah. And then I was like hoping, I was like, oh my god, I really like them, like I would really love to work with them. And then in the call she was like, yeah, I just want to go ahead and tell you, like, we really want to have you for our team. And I was like, yes, yes, I'm so happy. So yeah, I guess I'm not unemployed anymore. Like, I don't know when I'm gonna start yet, and they were gonna send me the offer, but yeah, I got a yes, and that's very exciting. That's my first job here, and I really like them. I hope it's gonna be a good time. And that definitely gave me also a push, because like I was so scared for months about this whole Canada experience, and now it's been 8 days and I already found a place to live after like 3 days. I found a job after 8 days. So like the only thing I can tell anyone that is trying to do this experience, this Canada or working holiday, it's fine. Like, you don't have to figure everything else before you come here. You can come here and figure it out here. And yeah, that was so nice. And then after that, I had after the call, after I got the yes, I got an email from another brand that I applied to, and they also wanted to do a video interview. It was very different though. It was not with a person. It was like you had to record yourself and answer questions, which I have never seen before. But I did with the other company for the women event, but it was only 2 questions. But here it was like, I think 8 or 9. It was for retail. So I quickly did that. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea how that went, because like some answers I think were good. Some answers I was like, I don't know, just trying, to be honest. Like, that brand is a lot about like, also about looks, and they have a certain image, so I was trying to like give off that vibe too. I don't know if that was successful or not. And after the interview, it was like, it said like, we're gonna reach out within like 2 weeks if we want to go further with you. So I guess we'll see about that. I also ordered Subway in between, because like after my lunch that was so unsatisfying, I had to get something nice, and I love Subway. So I got a Subway sandwich, and I just, shuffled all in there, because I wanted to do the interview before I left, and I only had like 5 minutes. I was like eating as much as I could, and then I had to leave because I had another exciting because, oh my god, what are those words today? Because I had another exciting thing happening that day. So here in Canada, especially in Vancouver, they have this thing called energy exchange. So if you like go to fitness clubs or like Pilates studios or like any kind of studio with like sports, it doesn't have to be like each studio, but a lot of them offer energy exchange. So what does that mean? You work there for free a couple of hours per week or per day, whatever like you decide with the studio, and then in exchange for your energy you get free classes. So I really wanted to do that anyways, and then my roomie, she is working in a studio, and she connected me with the owner of the studio, and she was like, yeah, like if you are open for someone for me to do energy exchange, like I would love that. So I got my first shift yesterday, and it was from 5:30 until 7:30, and I was very nervous because I left here. I was in such a rush because I just did the interviews for the other company, and then I was just eating very fast and like running down the hill because I was afraid I'm gonna be late. That wouldn't be very good on my first shift. But I got there, and then like the studio coordinator, she just filled me in basically on everything, and it was so nice. Like, it was so nice going somewhere that has a meaning again, because I haven't had that in a long time. I was just, not that traveling doesn't have a meaning, but I think you know what I mean, like having kind of a routine again. I was really missing that. So I went there, she filled me in. My my responsibilities were basically like saying hello to people, like checking them in, making sure that it's clean everywhere, restocking the fridge, but also seeing if there's like any other things, helping customers with questions. So I did that, and it was 2 hours. The studio coordinator was really nice, so that was good. We were talking about Indonesia because she was from Indonesia and I just came from Indonesia, so we were talking about that. And then she was like telling me about her life, that she's also doing like yoga classes on the side, and I told her that I'm doing my yoga certification. So it's kind of nice to like connect with people and like see what they're doing, what they're up to. And yeah, it was 2 hours to shift, and then I already booked my first class in that studio, which is a sport that I have never done before, but I was curious about before. I think it's gonna be very challenging because I have literally no strength in my body. But yeah, that was that. And after that, I was again on such a high. Like yesterday was such a high day. I cannot even tell you, like it just got better and better, to be honest. But then I came home, I was so fucking, oh my god, I said it again, so freaking tired. I didn't cook anymore, I didn't eat anymore. I only had one protein bar because that was the only thing that I liked what I had home. So I had that, and then I fell asleep. I was trying to edit some videos. I managed to edit the YouTube video that I uploaded yesterday, but that was all. Like, I was very far behind, but I didn't care. Like, I was so tired, I just couldn't. But yeah, that was my day. That was day 8, which is so crazy. Like, if I just think about all the things that have happened so far, it's like it feels like I've been here for months, but in a good way, you know. It doesn't feel like it's been months and like very like frustrating. It just feels like I'm home, and this is like my life and my routines and like my world now, and I love it. So yeah, I guess I'll see